This will be a very quick video with my 5 favorite interviewing hacks. The first of them would be when you're getting asked a question during the job interview, you should listen to learn. Don't listen to just respond. So the point I'm trying to make here is try to take your time to properly understand the question from start to finish, and then try to also ask yourself, why are they asking you this question? It's always the best candidates to understand, have this sort of emotional intelligence that do best in these job interviews. So remember, the next time, don't hurry up. Just first take your time to listen to learn, not just answer. The second piece of advice here, somewhat linked with that one, but on a broader scale. Usually these employers have decided in advance what they're looking for in the ideal candidate, and of course they are not supposed to tell you this. However, if you know how to make them spill the beans, you should definitely at least try. Because my experience has shown that as soon as a candidate realizes what the employer is actually looking in the ideal candidate, their chances to get a job actually quite significantly increase. So if at all possible, find out what are those 2-3 qualities that they're looking in their ideal candidate. Number 3, there are countless of examples of people preparing for 6 months for a job interview and, preparing, enjoying the experience and basically, having this impression of becoming better and better by the day at interviewing in general. The problem is too many times candidates prepare what they feel comfortable and what they're already good at, instead of preparing what they're not comfortable preparing for. Quickest example, if I ask you to prepare the 5 most representative stories in your career, I bet that the vast majority, if not all of them, will be success stories. So when in fact, you should be more like 3 successes and 2 failures, because you can learn from both. Or another example, a classic mistake would be of candidates who are actually extraordinary speakers and are great at behavioral interviewing and at listening very well to what the other party is saying, but they simply don't know what they're doing when it comes to the skills required for that role. And although these employers, for example, you might say that during the on-site it's only a behavioral interview mainly. Yes, of course it is in the beginning. So I can ask you about yourself and then dive deeper into your most representative project and then ask you a technical question, and I see you have nothing in common with these things, then I'm going to be interested in your actual capabilities there. So long story short, prepare what you cannot do very well for a job interview. That's the best approach you want to have, especially if you have time. Number 4, might sound a bit weird, but you should actually mimic your interviewer's behavior during a job interview. So if they're speaking faster, you should hurry up with your answers. If they're speaking slower, you should as well take your time. If you feel like you are tense and they're smiling, probably you should relax a bit further. Now, if you've never done this before, I suggest you to first try it out with some friend, or try it in the mirror, because there's always this risk of looking a bit dumb. So, but usually as a general idea, there is this connection between people that react that work in the same way, that behave in the same way. So it's a matter of psychology. And also, by the way, if you encounter the bar raiser who's more formal individual, be also more formal instead of just being all smiles and friendly. And last but not least, something you might not expect to be an interesting indicator of success in job interviews, but the most reports of people that got jobs thanking me for my YouTube videos is on my YouTube videos with lists of most commonly asked questions. So in other words, these people actually are choosing where to leave their comments on these videos. And if they choose to leave them on the ones with lists, it means that those lists were actually helpful in their preparation process. So I guess the obvious takeaway here is to use actually lists to the extent that it makes sense to you and you find like its quality, it adds value to your preparation process. But the power of the list is something you wouldn't expect to be as powerful as it really is, and I have data to confirm this. So there you go, this would be my top 5 job interview hacks. Hopefully you found this interesting, and thank you for watching.